Hey YouTube, it's Max Convexity here. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's having a great day so far. Look at this buffer report. Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? Look at TSLY. What a difference. I mean, oh my gosh, dude, look at that, up 10%. Holy cow. We'll darn sure take it though, right? We will darn sure take it. All right, well, let's do this. Let's look at the one-day indexes. All right, so let's look at the charts first. Okay, you guys can't see the chart, can you? All right, hang on a second. Getting used to the new technology. I just need to share the whole entire computer or the whole entire window, right? All right, then we get that effect, but whatever. All right, so now you guys can see that chart, hopefully. Okay, so let's look at the cash market here. The buffer report said NASDAQ was just up 0.3 of a point, and I was calling BS on it, and that's why I wanted to bring this up. But yeah, it is. It was up more earlier, but then it pulled back. You know, NASDAQ pulled down into the profit box, and then it blasted right back out. In any event, we'll get back to the buffer report. Okay, so yeah, NASDAQ up 3 points. Look at triple QI outperforming at 44 basis points. Now, I'm going to call BS on that. I'm going to say that I don't think triple QI is doing that well in reality. I think the traders are giving it more, and I like it, but I think the traders are giving it more credit than it's worth. Let's see how many basis points it's really making today. We know. It's not a mystery to us, right? So we track it on a daily basis. So all we have to do is update the formulas. Okay, so we're actually making 55 basis points right now. Okay, we're earning 55 basis points right now, and we earned 58 yesterday. So it goes to show what I know. We're earning even more than that. The traders aren't giving us enough credit. But anyway, that's a nice capture today. Usually by the end of the day, it's closer with reality, but some days it gets out a little bit. But look at that. That's beautiful. Now look over here at our main competitor, JEPQ, not doing as well today, which is somewhat unusual because JEPQ usually does better on updates. Now, of course, this is a sideways day, so I guess it's not unusual. We're going to do better on sideways days. By we, I mean Defiance. I say we, you know, I have 100 shares and I act like I own the company, don't I? But anyway, Defiance will do better. I got 100 of each, by the way. Anyway, Defiance will do better sideways and down days. So this definitely, I guess, counts as a sideways day. I just thought of it as an update. It started as a big up day, and then it kind of petered. All right, well, let's see what else we got here. FEPI underperforming a little bit. None of this really means that much. It's just one day. Let's get out here. Let's get out here and look a little bit further. Let's see how April's going. Now, TSLY's big performance today, up 10%, is really helping the April stats out. TSLP doing the same thing. Now, on this one, to be honest, even though I like yield max and stuff, Curve is better for upside. Curve uses a monthly strategy. So the monthly strategies are less efficient at capturing premium and income, but by the same token, they're less efficient at capping upside, which can be a good thing in a bullish market. So I would expect Curve to be up a little bit more in huge up markets. Today, that's actually not the case. Actually, Defiance is outperforming it a little bit at this point right now. In any event, that's really helping their April results. Look at that. And now April looks decent. Tesla's down 5, Tesla's down 10. I mean, that's what you'd expect, right? That's a lot of buffer. That's what you pay these funds to do. If you know, it sucks that the parent asset is down 10%, but to only be down 5, that's why people trade covered calls, and you get an income. Or I guess it's because you get the income that you have the buffer. In any event, so for April, we still have Google. It's still a boomer's market. Google, Tress, and Clip are the only signs of life we have in April. You guys have any comments? Leave them. I'll look here in a second. Okay, so here's a 30-day. So this goes back a little bit further than just April. Pretty soon I'm going to have to. I'll just start showing one chart or the other because we're about where April is about 30 days. I'm going to have to switch this down into one chart. Anyway, look for that update tomorrow. All right, and tomorrow I'll probably go back to showing just this week view and an April view, and I'll skip the 30-day view because the 30-day view basically is the April view right now. In any event, all right, well that's good. All right, well let's look back at the market here. I really like this because I love when people buy the dip. You know, I'm always talking about these breakouts, but lots of times they have a retest. This one did down here, and this one did too. This one got a breakout in a confirmation bar, but then it pulled back right to where the confirmation bar was. So I'd considered this healthy. I mean, plus in this time frame, I don't worry when I'm looking at the 30-minute until it gets on the underside of the Bollinger Bands. Anything down here is by the dip, the way I look at it. Anyway, it's working out today. It is damn sure working out today. Okay, so let's check Russell. I don't think we've looked at Russell yet, and then let's look at Bitcoin. We'll look at some individual stocks, then we'll look at comments, and then I will let you guys get on with your day. Try to keep these updates shorter. Okay, Russell, you know, I mean, we're right now on break even. But anyway, that's fine. This is going to be a profit by the end of the day. The market's strong today. We haven't looked at any relative indicators. Let me show you guys. This is a new one, or it's new to me. And I learned this technique from Jay. You look at high yield corporates. He was talking about it on his podcast as a proxy for risk assets. And you could see high yield corporates pull back a little bit this morning. But in any event, high yield corporates down here at turning points, they turn faster. People that trade high yield corporates are smart money compared to people that trade equities. Equities kind of bottom of the barrel when you're thinking about the smart money. The smart money is in bonds and other more exotic. It's not just only smart money; it's also commercial accounts, commercial and you know, big institutions, institutional money. But in any event, we'll keep an eye on this around the turning points. It really helped. It was a bullish divergence right here that would have been a nice trade. You can also look at VIVIX and VIX, and you can also look at the dollar, and there's all kinds of things, but I like to talk about stuff like that, so that's why we talk about it. All right, well, let's see what SPX is doing. I don't think we looked at that. Okay. All right, well, now let's look at Bitcoin. There it is. Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing? Down 2.3%. Damn it! I bet Misty's getting killed. I'm obviously not a big Bitcoin bro or a crypto bro or whatever. I always know what the SPY's doing. You know, if it's breaking down. You know, because that's what I look at, the SPYs and the Qs. And anyway, I just think, I don't know if you guys do, I just think it's easier if you just concentrate on indexes. It's just less stuff to have to study. I like to trade stocks sometimes too. Okay, so on MicroStrategies, it's not really that big of a deal. They have 4 strikes. They were at max profit on the second strike, the second highest one up, the middle one, I guess, day and a half ago, but then they just pulled back to max profit on the lowest strike. So really, this little pullback, you know, who knows? Anyway, all their calls are printing money, and they're printing money every week. We just need this damn stock to turn around, and then their NAV will turn around too. I noticed that Misty's getting kind of misty itself. pull up a daily chart of Misty. Misty itself, is as low as it's been in a while. Heck, I forgot it got almost to 45, or it looks like it did get to 45. I mean, that's an amazing chart. All right, I'm gonna let me see. Let me take off that overlay there. Yeah, but that's that's an amazing chart. All right, well, let me know what you guys are thinking, or what's up with you guys here. What's up, Retire on Dividends? Yeah, I don't know. I hope I hate this feature right here. I want to be able to look at comments, Retire, without it showing this like infinite screen or whatever. I guess I need to open it in a separate tab and use separate divide my windows or something, because I want to be able to check this out without having to show it to you guys. I want to leave you guys where you guys are still looking at Mr. or Misty or whatever. But anyway, I'll figure it out. I'm getting ready to record a video, and I like how StreamYard integrates with the Google Slides or PowerPoint. You can, so yes, I'm really looking forward to recording an interview, but for live, it works, yeah, I like it. I'm thinking about joining. I canceled, or I made sure that my, that I did not renew my, Zoom, because today was the day. So last night before midnight, I cut it off. Let's see what old NVIDIA's doing today. I'm sorry I'm so zoomed out, but really, I mean, sometimes it's fun to take a look to zoom out, and you can really get an eye for the strategy they do and where the market goes. And as the market creeps up, that more boxes appear because they're layering calls on. And as the market stops creeping up because they've laid calls on too high, it just starts turning around going the other way. Of course, all these calls start expiring worthless, and hopefully offsetting the decline in the NAV. Because the NAV's a different pool of money, and it's getting hurt as these pull back, but you're getting max profit on this. Obviously I like it. So, all right. Let's look over here at Coinbase. Let me turn off these damn Bollinger Bands. We aren't doing any market timing right now. All right, well, look at this. This is, all right, Coinbase here. So it looks like Coinbase is turning around and trying to recover, but it just surprises me that Bitcoin's down 2%. But I guess Coinbase is down 2%. I'm always wondering about Bitcoin. It's kind of weird to have a change on it because it doesn't really trade on a 24-hour period or on a day period. But anyway, I guess they just cut Bitcoin off at midnight, and that's showing you the midnight to midnight change. I never really am sure what's the daily change. I always thought the daily change on any index should be the New York Open to the New York Open, on stocks, that whatever the price is at the 9:30 open. But in any event, all right, well, Coinbase, let's see, what else do we need to look at? I think we've looked at all the single stock ones that I follow. I'm going to pull up a chart of 24-hour futures. It's important to look at this to keep it in perspective. I'm going to turn the Bollinger Bands back on so we can see the momentum. And it started about Tuesday at 1 o'clock, 1:30. And since then, it's given multiple bullish trending signals and pullbacks and confirmations. This latest one is kind of, in my opinion, another one. We'll see. What day is it? Wednesday? I say we're higher by Friday. I say that every Friday, but this Friday for real, because we pulled back. This Friday, you watch, we're going to close up and on the highs, or we're at least going to be higher than here. But I think we go higher into Friday. I'd be anxious to know what you guys think. All right, SCSU, yeah. SC is one of my favorite commenters. He's here every day. Oh, yeah, SC is all over the place, but of course. All right. So what's retired talk about? What do you guys think about trading options on TNA? Is there any, boy, somebody else give them some good advice on that one. Is there any good double or triple leverage that have good option premiums? Okay. I know all kinds of good ones, but I don't know about the option premiums. I wish we had old Charles was on here, or Brad. We have a lot of, all you guys are option experts, but I bet Charles and Brad would know the answer to these questions. In any event, maybe they're seeing this. We'll hopefully they'll join the stream after the market closes. But yeah, 24-hour. And so here's an example of a fake out on 24-hour NASDAQ. Right here, we got under the Bollinger Band and got a confirmation bar. It gave a bearish signal with the thing I follow first thing this morning, but it was a huge fake out. It's appearing to be like it's a huge fake out. Now, let me show you the difference here. If you don't look at 24-hour markets, if you just look at cash markets, that may have saved you like a kind of a head fake. It depends. I didn't take that trade. But you know, technically I was probably supposed to, but you know, so if you look at the 24-hour market, it puts the Bollinger Bands, it does the same formula. It's the 1.6 standard deviation. But in any event, that the cash market did not signal a bearish sell. So anyway, it saved a whipsaw. So I generally look at, for trading options, I take at signals and look at the cash market. But the 24-hour market is interesting to look at too, and you have to look at it because sometimes you'll have something big that happens in the middle of the night. You know, a change in leadership or a change in momentum or something. So you need to keep an eye on it. But unless you trade futures, which I have before, but to tell you the truth, I've never been very good at them. I don't know if you guys ever traded futures. My problem with futures are you can lose as much as you can win. I can't win a fair fight. If you're going to say, I have to fight you, but I'm going to punch you and you're going to punch me back and we're going to let the best man win. I don't want that kind of fight. That's why I like options. I want to do the kind of fight. Okay, we're going to fight, but you're going to have one hand tied behind your back and one leg tied behind your back. I'm going to have a bat in my hand. I'm going to be beating you. I'm going to have that's when you're selling options. That's you know, it's an unfair fight. That's the way I look at it. In any event, let's look at 24-hour. And that's why I like selling options so much. I'm sure you guys do too. Let's look at 24-hour S&P. It's the same thing. And I'm not saying if you were a futures trader, this happened this happened on the market open. You could have seen that one and it was falling apart. And there's probably people that did scalp that down and stuff. I'm just looking for the bigger developing trade. I'm looking for the trade that develops here, that then pulls back and retests and then reconfirms here. You know, and then pulls back there and retests. And I'm thinking this is just a pullback of the bigger thing. I'm looking for the bigger move. And how do I know what the bigger move is, you might ask? And what I do is I look at this. I just realized this is going to contradict me too. This is going to generally I look at the longer time frame and go in the direction of the longer time frame. However, to be honest, on the longer time frame, it's still pretty bearish. And it looks like this is just a bounce. I mean, right now you would have to go with this is just a bounce back to the halfway point. And we haven't even got to the halfway point. We'd have to get there to the halfway point and then get above it, you know, and anyway, and then start going the other way before you really need to start worrying about getting too bullish. But I mean, I don't know. How do you guys do it? Does anyone here trade indexes? I know Retire on Dividends is an expert at selling puts on stocks and doing the will and stuff. I've never actually done the will. I've never done it. I mean, I've never done it as the will. I sell puts to establish positions all the time, but I don't know. I usually just keep selling puts, or I usually just like to sell put spreads. You sell a put spread, then you don't have to worry about the unlimited loss. If the market goes, that's the way I like to do it. All right, 100-fold. You appreciate the profit reports for Defiance. Okay, well, did you see I don't even know if we've done one today. Let's just review it real quick. Let's look. Right now, Triple QY is up 1.4 million. Okay. They're down 62 cents on the month on an earnings per share basis, but on a dividend estimate, they're around 71 cents. And that's the unofficial estimate. I need to check that, but for right now. Okay, so JEPY for today. JEPY for today, I think, was at about 100% profit last time we checked. Ignore that number. That's a bad number. I need to write a macro that does this. Every day when the calendar changes, I have to make, anyway. All right, I just need to sit down with Corey and get on a call with her. Or I'm sure Retire could help me too. But we have several people. Two Lot Brian, who's in our Discord, is a spreadsheet expert too. But you just need to sit down with the spreadsheet expert and get a couple of questions answered. All right, so on JEPY, these guys right now, these guys sold the 50.80 strike, and we're trading at 50.77. So that's 3 points inside our strike. Sure enough, so we're trying to make 515,000, but we're only up 454 right now. That's still a 35 basis point capture, and we would damn sure take it. And that means down 70 cents for the month on an earnings per share basis. That's the bad news, but the good news is right now the distribution estimate, and that's stupidly high. That's got to be a wrong number. Don't even look at that. The distribution estimate is totally unofficial, and I guarantee I have a wrong number in there. There's no way it's that high because I look at it all the time. See, I have a negative intrinsic number in here, and I know why it is. I'll fix that later. But in any event, for now, the dividend estimate is 55 cents. I just made it the same as last month, so ignore that. All right. So we've looked at Triple QY. Let's look at IWMY, see how they're doing on the day and everything else. Okay, so they sold, well, the strike they sold the 2010 strike, but Russell's the weakest of the bunch. Russell's trading at 1995, which is, 15 points inside their strike. So this number right here, points in the money, is going to say 14, 15, something like that. Boom, they're trying to make $1.1 million. They're losing 30,000 right now. And they're down 60 cents on the month, but the good news is the unofficial dividend estimate is $1.05. And I'm going to say that one's probably close because it's close to last month. So I just knew when that last one was totally out of line with last month's, that it needed to have, old Max Convexity review it. Anyway, 100-fold. I hope you like that. That's everyone's real quick Defiance report. We know where everyone stands. Everything's good. I'm going to let you guys go. I've been getting comments that I've been getting cancellations, quite honestly. And I never got them before. I always, and I got 7 in one day, and I hadn't even made any videos, but I took a week off to do that stuff with the golf tournament. I got cancellations, and my viewership's like cut in half since I took the week off. You lose all your momentum. So, but then since I've got back, people are saying these live streams are annoying them, that it's too long and they can't concentrate. And I'm not trying to be that person either. So I'm just trying to find a happy medium in here, learn how to work and usually I said I wasn't going to ramble during market hours, but when I saw the Retire on Dividends was in here, I figured that we could talk for a little while, and the rest of you guys. I figured we could talk. I could break the ramble rule, but generally the ramble rule is no rambling until after the market's closed. So in that vein, I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate you guys for being here, and I will be back probably around 4 or 5. All right, guys, later.